The most important thing in life is wisdom. Good intentions don't mean crap. They mean nothing. The amount of evil done by people with good intentions is greater than the amount of evil done by sadists. So if you think you're good because you have good intentions, join the list of people who haven't done any good. You need wisdom to make a better world and to lead and to make a better character for yourself.
All right, Dennis, now I'm going to ask you the hardest question I can ask you because you gave me the perfect segue, which is the thing that my mom often says to me. She says, I know you've become good friends with Dennis Prager, and I agree with Dennis Prager on a lot of things, but he always talks about character, how important character is, but he voted for Donald Trump. He supports Donald Trump. Talk to my mother, Dennis.
I have an answer to your mother. Mom, God forbid you or a loved one has cancer. I got two oncologists for you. One with great character, one with a compromised character, but who treats cancer better. Which would you go to? You don't choose everybody on character. You choose a leader on what he will do or she will do, as the case may be, for your country. Whether they are kind or monogamous or whatever, that is between them and their spouse and God. Between me and them, John F. Kennedy had orgies in the White House. In my opinion, incidentally, this is truly incidentally, I believe that Joe Biden's character is so much more deficient than Donald Trump, they won't even end up in the same place in the hereafter. They won't be neighbors. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter to me. I don't vote for president based on what I perceive as their character. America is more important to me than whether Donald Trump slept with a porn star. That is of no interest to me whatsoever. It's of interest to me if my son does it, but I'm not voting for him for president.
Was that a hard one for you to sell a couple of years back for your audience that's known you for so long? And talking about this sort of thing?
Hey, listen, I wrote a piece called Adultery and Politicians 25 years ago. It's in print in my book of essays from 1998 called Think a Second Time. Adultery and Politicians. I don't give a damn if a politician was faithful or not to his wife.
So you've been pretty consistent on this.
I've been very consistent. That's right.
All right. So let's.
The only thing I didn't know since high school, I don't mean I've learned a ton, but the only big thing I didn't realize till Ronald Reagan, that's when I became a Republican, the truth of his great one sentence, the government is not the solution, it's the problem. That is what, in one sentence, people say, how can you get so much done in 5 minutes in a PragerU video? It doesn't take 5 minutes. A truth can take one sentence. Government is the problem, not the solution. He was entirely right.
Was it Reagan also?
I learned that.
Wasn't it Reagan also the worst 8 words you can hear in the English language? I'm here from the government, I'm from the government and I'm here to help, right? I mean.
Exactly correct.
It's pretty good. Speaking of PragerU, real quick, little sidebar. You guys are about to put up your 500th 5-minute video. I've done 4 of those. Would you say they're the 4 best?
Oh, there's no close third.
I mean, it's pretty amazing what you built. You know, you and Alan, you just had, or he, I guess, had the original idea, sort of. I've heard you talk about it a little bit.
He had the original idea in the Indian Ocean, I might add.
And you put this thing together, and now every day the New York Times is running hit pieces on you.
Well, you know my favorite. You will love this. I don't know if you know this. Front page New York Times last month. An attack on on Elon Musk, and on the front page it said he must be watching PragerU videos. I loved it.
Yeah,
you don't know how much fundraising we did on that one line.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes, exactly.
500 videos. It's pretty impressive. But wait, I want to circle back. So do you want to go into some of the 7? I was going to jump to some other things, but I feel like you can basically interview yourself here.
I want to make something clear to your viewers. The most important thing in life is wisdom. Good intentions don't mean crap. They mean nothing. The amount of evil done by people with good intentions is greater than the amount of evil done by sadists. So if you think you're good because you have good intentions, join the list of people who haven't done any good. You need wisdom to make a better world and to lead and to make a better character for yourself. These 5 books are wisdom about every aspect of life. And I am so in love with the Torah, the first 5 books, and thank God I know them in Hebrew, because obviously I don't think I could have done this without knowing the Hebrew. I am so in love with it that you'll find this, you who are making your way gradually to a less secular life, you'll find this of interest, and I say this now a lot in speeches. I don't believe in the Torah because I believe in God. I believe in God because I believe in the Torah. My vehicle to belief in God is rational. It's why my series is called The Rational Bible. This is the 3rd of 5 of those books. My vehicle to God is not miracles, is not visions, is not emotion. It is, and I'm not saying everyone's vehicle, but mine is reason. The Torah is my rational vehicle to God. And I make that case in each of these volumes. So I gave you example of those 2 laws. Here's another one. Let's see. Oh, God, you shall, okay. The 10 Commandments is repeated in Deuteronomy. God says it in Exodus, and Moses repeats it in Deuteronomy. And Deuteronomy means in Greek, second law. So this is Moses reviewing everything. So one of them is, of course, you shall now have no other gods. And I point out in both Exodus and Deuteronomy, we have more gods today than any ancient pagan had. When you think of the false gods that people believe in today, and I go through them, and it's like, just one example, science. I believe in science. And I go, what the hell does that mean? Does science tell you to be kind? Does science tell you to be honest? Does science tell you to marry? Does science tell you to have children? Does science tell you to be courageous? Science tells you nothing. Well, it tells you science.
You can also ask the science people. They believe in science. Then ask them if boys can become girls, and they get quiet real quick.
That's right. That's exactly right. Exactly right. This was science. It was science not to have kids in school. Sweden had kids in school every single day. Not one died. That wasn't science. That was scared scientists who are worthless and harmful. There's a big difference between scientists and science.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about spirituality instead of nonstop yelling, check out our spirituality playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, check out our full episode playlist. They're all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.